Come on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, you can hear the audio now. Thank you so much. I will tell you, I'm gonna have to do this. Let's see. Okay, so this is Professor Puente. There are about 8 viewers. Today is your last lecture. Here's your book. This is the title I needed, but some of you guys did not catch what I was asking. It looks like I don't have access to it anymore digitally, so I'm gonna have to lecture from here. Okay, and we will do this as soon as we can, and I'll also answer some questions about next week. Okay. First of all, guys, I have to let you know that the midterm is going to be, not the midterm, the final is going to be next week. There will be a final review if you guys would like some. Would you like to let me know if you guys will? Well, thank you, Selena. We will definitely miss you too. Would you guys let me know if you guys want a review? Let me know as soon as you can. I'll look at and I will also know who is paying attention. Yes, Selena said yes. I'm thinking she's saying to the review. Okay. Johan says yes, please. Who's opposed to having a midterm review? Nobody? I don't see quorum. I'm just kidding. I know. We'll have a review, guys. We'll definitely have a review. It is a final. It's your last chance to make sure everything's fine. This week, all grades will be put together for all my classes, and they will be ready to go. Okay? There are some of you who are not part of this class who I have invited from the principal business class, only because I want you guys to kind of see the way I do class everywhere. So we do have some guests, and I will tell you for that class. No, this is for the decisions class. If you want to see how it is next semester. So I am doing this for those who want to take this course next semester. So I've invited some of you guys from my other classes. I have 3 classes. I have a principles of business class, and I also have a decisions class, and I have a principles of sales class. I'll tell you guys, I will be teaching next semester the e-commerce class, which I'm hoping you guys will join. I will teach the decisions class again, and definitely I think one more, and I think it's principles of marketing. And 2 of them are in North Harris, another one is in Kingwood. You let me know what you have any questions about them. Some of you guys, is anyone graduating? Can you guys let me know who's graduating this semester? Anyone? I guess you guys haven't gotten the question yet. Okay, let me ask you this again. Who's graduating next semester? Somebody told me that they're gonna be in my e-commerce class. Oh, great, Micah, great, thank you. I would love to have you in my e-commerce class, and you're definitely gonna learn some good things. Let's see, Amelia, sad days. Why are there such sad days? Me next. Oh, you will graduate next semester. Okay. Selena, congratulations. I really hope I will see you guys in the future. For some of you who I don't, I sure hope I have given you some good value. I will be teaching at UH in January 2018, and I will be teaching e-commerce. In fact, I will be part of the digital media department. So if you have any questions about what digital media is, you can also ask me, and I'll explain to you what degrees does UH have there for you, and what I'll be teaching, which is actually e-commerce for UH. All right, and I'll get right to part 4. We never really get to part 4, guys. But before I go, final next week, I believe we're gonna make the midterm review for you guys on Tuesday. I hope everybody's okay with decisions. I'm going to do the review for the business class on Monday. So for you guys, it's on Tuesday, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. And then I'll turn on the final on Wednesday all the way through Sunday. That's what I'll be doing. So you'll have 4 days to finish the final, and I will have all your grades by this week. You'll have it all set up, ready to go, so you'll know where you stand. And all I have to do is click in project grade and final grade. Any of you guys still working on your projects? Okay, questions? Questions on projects, guys, before I go on? Anyone? All right. If so, then I'll start on part 4. Again, I don't have the digital format because I have not been given permission. They've already cut it off, thankfully. Well, not thankfully, but unfortunately. Johan says, I'm confused. Ask me your questions, Johan. What are you confused about? But turn to page on your textbook, by the way. Turn to page, no, objective 25, part 4. That's all I need you to turn to. Objective 25, part 4. Right, I'm waiting for Johan to ask the question, and I think I'll start on objective 25, part 4, guys, so we can move on. We're a little behind. I'm only going to do objective 25, 26, 27, and 28. And I think I've told you guys that already, and that will be the last thing. Then we'll do the quiz. I need your quiz questions. It'll be due by tomorrow noon, and that will be your last quiz for this week, guys, okay? So I'll start with understanding group dynamics. I do need good discussions from you guys, hopefully, so I kind of need that because I'm gonna be the one dealing with the questions. I think what I'm gonna do is actually still screen share so you, well, no, you guys see each other's questions actually, and we'll move on, okay? I had some trouble in my country, so I have not been on top of what's going on about the project. Johan, if you have not signed up for a project, you may want to do that right away. Today's the last day for you to sign up for a project. Go to D2L, it's there. Guys, always keep up with D2L. Okay, we've already done objective 25, 28. Thank you, Victoria, we have, wow. So then we only have the last page. Okay, and it's been a while. It's been a while since we've actually done coursework because we were kind of at the end of it. And now we're gonna do then 29 till the end, which is, yeah, that's it. So 29, 30, 31, and 32. That's it, guys, and then that's absolutely it. And thankfully we got right to the end. So objective 29, reaching closure. You see on your textbook, unfortunately I can't show you again because I don't have the digital copy of the test anymore. I don't have a license for it already. So just keep up with your book, and you will need the book for the final, guys. So make sure you have a copy of it close by. Some groups and teams are designed to be ongoing concerns that continue to work together and move from one issue or project to another. Other groups address particular concerns and are disbanded when that problem is solved. In both cases, it is common for the group to artificially prolong the process and not reach a closure. Closure is a big word, guys. You hear that word all the time. It's important because you want to get to the end of your mission. In our case, we have a closure on our class. We want to get to the end of our mission, which our mission was decisions. How to make good decisions. And let me tell you, this decisions class The way we're thinking has even helped me this weekend. This weekend I had a huge plumbing issue, nightmare for most people, but I went through some of the decisions and on how to make on this course, and it has helped me. It helped me realize that I could put an insurance claim, believe it or not, and it was just fine. Okay, so use the decision ability that you've learned in this class. Okay, use command style. In some settings, a group may examine an issue and develop ideas for it, but the final decisions are left up to a single person. Yes, some group dynamics are made so you can get and gather choices, but at the very end of the whole situation, one person makes a decision. It's almost set up like a judge and a jury. Okay, that's exactly how it is. Use consultative approach. Consultative approach is similar to a command style in that the leader still makes final decisions. Yes. However, the process is more democratic because the leader actively seeks input and advice from the group. In this case, hey guys, would you guys like a midterm final review? Would you guys want it on Tuesday? Well, Tuesday is really the only day we can have it, so I'm not going to ask too much about it. You still want a final review because you saw a benefit. Therefore, we will have that. So it goes very well with number 2. I ask questions from you guys, but at the end of the day, I have to make a decision. Okay. Use consultative. Use consensus decision making. Consensus decision making making sees a solution that most of the group can agree to while trying to resolve any concerns or objections to the minority that it has. And that's important because you will have a group and a majority of people will get along and understand. But why am I still missing grades? I resent all questions. Okay, Selena, on the grades thing, I have not touched any grades whatsoever since I've asked you guys to put it on D2L. That was 2 weeks ago. You still have opportunity to do that, but I'm going to work on grades this week. I actually have midterms to go through, and that's it. If you want to know the truth, if you have a midterm grade, you are fine. We can work on everything else. If you do not have a midterm grade, then I would worry. Does that hopefully answer your question, Selena? Okay. And then in this case, use consensus decision making. Consensus-based approaches require more time for closure. And with that said, by the way, Selena, that's a great question. I love how people are very interested in their grade. I really hope you guys are just as interested in the material as well. And yeah, you're owed a grade and you will be given one. But I'm also thinking at the end of this grade, when you're given a grade, how much of this did you retain so you can use in the future? Because this is a business course. And let me tell you, you walking across the stage does not give us any value. Us business people hiring you. So I hope you're picking up as much as people are worried about the grade, they're also picking up the knowledge. Like Objective 29, 4. Select appropriate voting methods. In all but most authoritarian groups, members signal their intent to preferences for different options to some form of voting. Decisions used, but one person makes the final. Yeah, Johan, that's definitely true. Yeah, by the way, you knew the link wasn't working for midterm. Now you say worry. Was there an issue with the midterm, guys? I do not understand. There's a lot of grades for the midterm, by the way, and there should have not been an issue with the midterm at all. IT wise, remember when you have an issue with a grade, then you may want to contact directly OTS. OTS will help you with that. Okay, but yes, worry about the midterm. If you don't have a grade for that, I don't know how to help you. Everything else I can actually help with. So that was Objective 29 and going through some grade situations. Really, the questions are gonna be through Objective 29. So Objective 30, avoiding common group traps. Organize the overhead. It's one of them. So group traps happen whenever you guys are in a group situation like the one we're on right now. And you guys, you're in person to the midterm, good. As long as you have a grade, you're fine. But when you have a group and you have tried to have some consensus, some decisions cannot be made easily. Okay, so groups require attention and effort to organize and manage. They need communication, scheduling, and coordination to function properly. Okay, Reina, then we can speak about this later. That's not a problem. So that's definitely something we need to speak about. Talk to me right after. All right. Watch out for stress. Groups focus on tasks or projects that are important, risky, or tightly scheduled, usually experience stress and anxiety. Yes. you definitely need to worry about stress. Only because a group with stress is not necessarily a healthy group, but stress happens, guys. I mean, situations like the one I had yesterday with plumbing issues, you just have it. You know, you need to deal with it with good foundational decision making. That's really what it is, right? You assess the problem, you look for causes, and then you see the effects, right? All right. Avoid the Superman complex. If a group develops a collective sense of invulnerability, it has a Superman complex, guys. That's actually a real midterm, a real term. Teams that have been working together for some time, that are comfortable in their roles, it really goes with a team that feels invulnerable, like super, not invulnerable, it seems invincible. There are teams like that, and there are groups that are placed together in that same way. And you try to tell people, hey, you could be invincible. And you could, and in the best situation you could tell is the whole hare and the turtle situation. Hare and turtle. That's the story that happened where the hare thought it could be invincible and the turtle won. That's why you always hear that. Sorry to hear, Johan. Stress can be a problem, Johan, but let me tell you, most of the time you can get through it. Marlon, I have to disagree. I think stress is healthy. I think too much stress is not, and too little stress is not healthy at all either. It's funny how everything in the world is about a balance. You know, nothing that's too much of something is good, right? Or too little of something is good. Kind of like salt, right? And look out for groupthink. Groupthink is sometimes when you are together and you're thinking one way and you don't let go of it. And you just one way of thought. You need a little bit of diversity. If your team is suffering from groupthink, invite an outside expert. Yes. Hey, can you come in and tell us what's going on? This is especially with situations you've never handled before. You need to definitely get someone in and get the idea of it. And stress could have a negative impact on the group. That's right, Nubia. It could. But I do want to hear some people say some good stuff about stress, because it is something that could be good for you. Let me tell you, being comfortable is just as bad too. Okay, guys. Stress causes depression, anxiety. Really, Selena, you never thought that stress could be good for you? Stress is pretty much pressure. That's really what it is. Selena, let me ask you this. Who creates stress on you? Actually, let me ask the class. Who creates stress for you? And the reason I say that, it's because it may be a trick question than you think. A bigger trick question than you think. Well, let's keep going. Objective 31, we're doing well. Working with large groups. Larger groups are difficult. Okay? Only because that's when politics come in. Politics is not what people think. Politics is the situation where you sit there and you make decisions and you put a policy together, and that policy carries through the group because you're large. In this case, Lone Star College is huge, 85,000 students and more people. So manage the logistics. These activities take more time when the group is larger. Yes, I've heard before that when a group is larger than 140 members, it is very difficult for them to make decisions. It almost has to have some kind of level of situation. Victoria said ourselves on the stress. Stress can put pressure on, you know what? Yes, they are sometimes has no control. Stress can be put pressure on you to do better with something that needs to be accomplished. That's right, Reina. I do agree with that. And Victoria, yes, you're definitely dead on, Victoria. The stress is put by yourself, usually. If you're putting yourself in that stress, on that pressure, it must be because you're fearful of something. And if you're fearful of something, it's because you're doing something you don't know. Because what you know, you don't get stressed from. Let me tell you how this is. I'm going to give you a simple addition quiz, and if you make the quiz, you get a good grade. You guys won't probably get stressed through that. But I can guarantee you, a first grader, you're really stressed with that. A simple 1 + 1 = 2 quiz will stress out a first grader. Imagine that. So yes, it's definitely yourself. So I think good stress gets you moving and pushes you to reach your goals. That's definitely right, Sandra. Absolutely. Let's keep going. Objective 31 and 2. Expand communication channels. Yes, make sure you have them open. Make sure between manager and groups, people can talk to each other. That's important in a large group. Build consensus. Finding common ground and building consensus becomes more difficult as the group size increases. Even with your group, guys, hey, I need quorum. What's quorum? I need 10 people to listen to me, because if 10 people are not listening to me, this is not going to be worth me speaking to myself, right? So guess what? It's me talking to you. I take your input. I tell the class what you guys are saying. They'll see you later, right? So that's consensus, okay? I have Victoria, and it can be a real challenge. Tanya, that is very true, very, very true, but that's the point. You know, guys, there's a concept. I don't know if you guys have known. And the concept, we know that, when the world was created, if you have religion if you believe in the type of religion you believe, you have your own stories on how the world was created. There is a concept that says that we used to live in a perfect world. Perfect image world. Everything went right. And we got bored of it. So we created resistance. And this is where we're at today. So sometimes I think about that and I'm like, let's see if we actually want a challenge instead of perfect, right? Who knows? But it's an interesting concept, right? Meet online. Use available technology to meet as a team. Congratulations, guys. This is exactly what we're doing. We're meeting online. We're part of your textbook. You guys are millennials. Classes used to be at a college. Imagine right now we'd be right there and we'd be really tired and we would have to drive back home. We're not. We're right in front of each other doing this the way it should be, right? And hopefully this means classes are cheaper for you in the future. So thank you for pushing the envelope in technology. Technology to me is usually good. So that's good. I have it turning computer. Okay. And then distribute documents and supporting material electronically. Before any type of meeting, you can distribute supporting materials and email. Yes, that is true. If you're able to send people the data before you meet, it really does help. We definitely live up to that. Yes, that's right, Selena. We are at the forefront. Let me tell you, your kids, this is going to be so normal. Your kids they're probably not going to leave their house to go to college. It's probably going to be online. And then people say, well, where's the interaction in that? Hey, there may still be a campus, but the campus is going to be more based of interaction, social interaction. The classroom will probably be more online. Okay. Yeah, online classes are amazing. They can be, Victoria. They can be. That's right. And let me tell you something too, guys. With technology, you hear I always have this discussion with my buddies on this. A lot of people oppose technology, and this is a human condition for millennia. Okay. Back when the railroad was created, one of the biggest fears and one of the biggest arguments, remember part of your book, Arguments, was that a horse made the world a natural place. And then the horse slowed life. And now we're going to go so fast because we have the railroad. Yes, that was an argument. Okay. I hear about the same argument with books. I need to have a physical book because a physical book makes me feel like I can touch something. Yet the data could be read in anything. In fact, if it was on a tablet, it'll probably be cheaper. Imagine if your textbook would not be about $75, but maybe around 10. That's what technology does. Technology just mirrors who we are as humans, guys. We could use it for good and bad. Don't try to put blame on technology when we know that it may just be us using it the wrong way. I'm in a car riding around in Houston while doing live classes. Johan, you should definitely not do that. Please pull over. That's important. I would not be doing that. That's against the law, and that's not okay. I want to let you know that you should definitely pull over, okay? Go off to college, Video conferencing makes things much easier in the office. Everyone in the group can view documents, share ideas, and complete tasks all at once. Okay, let me type Johan this message. Please pull over. Okay, so that way you guys know I told him to. I agree, Tanya, but you can also be challenging. Oh, I'm not driving. Great, you're not driving. So never mind, don't pull over. Just enjoy the class. Okay, great. So then building sustainable agreements, overcome fear is one of the most important parts. Guys, number one is really important. If you guys feel that stress kind of takes you over, I don't think it's stress, guys. I think it's fear. Fear only comes usually from one area, what you don't know. It's really funny, but you can't fear what you don't know. That's really the truth. What you don't know, you can't fear. What you partially know, that's what you fear. What you fully know, no. You run circles around it. What you fully know, so there must be something that when you get stressed, you're like, man, this plumbing issue happened. I don't know. See, I don't know. I partially know I have an issue. If I had never known about the issue, I would never feared it. But I partially know. So get all the way to full know. That's what I'm going to say. Sometimes technology can replace positions or jobs that individuals can do. So it's understandable that it causes people to worry. Exactly, Joyce. Exactly. People know, they partially know that technology can take over their jobs. But what if they actually fully knew how to use technology for their advantage? And the thing is those jobs are probably going to be taken anyways. So you got to figure out how to stay ahead of the curve. This is why you can't go to college, guys, and just get a grade or bug me for a grade. Try to learn something. So you could use that so you could take it from you. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a grade. You're going to have a grade, guys. But I'm hoping the most important thing you take is knowledge. That's really important. Communicate openly. Groups tend to communicate among themselves, forgetting to share their ideas with a larger audience. It's very true. Clicks happen. Clicks are very unfortunate, and that's because information is being kept. Online books are beginning to be more expensive than physical books. That's right, Victoria. That is very true, and that's I think partly because the publishers are trying to stay alive. So I think that's eventually not going to be true in the future. Manage the pace. People are more accepting of change when they have sufficient time to adjust. Very true, guys. I'm not going to be here and tell you everybody needs to go to online education. No, let's go slowly, surely, but surely, right? And then definitely catch us up. And avoid stressful times. Look what your book is saying, right? When I speak all about stress. Be aware of the periods when your organization is typically busy and avoid starting the steps in the action plan that time. So, guys, if there's a busy time in your work, you want to avoid doing extra work. That's really what it's saying. So the way you can go that route towards having more rhythm, okay? I'll tell you this, though, guys. Count the times you say the word stress. Count it. Absolutely count it. You one day get up, and if there's a lot of words from the morning all the way through to the night that you say the word stress, it may be something you're putting on yourself. Okay, watch it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes it is. It's just the pressure, but things are always gonna happen, guys. No, put that energy of fear into knowing, into picking up a book and learning more about it, and it will help you. Victoria, I paid $150 for one of my online books this year. Tanya, that is very unfortunate. I don't know why would it be so expensive. Smartsheet is an online project management tool. Each member can view documents and provide real-time inputs. Wow, Danilo, very interesting. Thank you. That was really well. This week, all you have is one quiz about this. And please send me your questions before noon tomorrow. Those who don't have to take that quiz. That's the last quiz grade. I will have it all done, all your grades done by the beginning of next module, which is actually the final term. And in the way you can see, and I will just plug in group grade. Some of you guys have already completed group the group assignment, the project assignment, and then go ahead and put in the final grade, and that's it, guys. I use the word stress so loosely. Thank you, Selena, but you definitely should watch it. That word is really important. It may be what's causing you stress, is the word stress. So any questions, guys? Any stress about the final? Don't stress. Fully know, don't partially know. It's going to be okay. And I tend to work with students very well. If you have issues and questions, call me. I'm going to talk to a few of you guys about this right after this. I think it's Johan and Reina. I could talk to you right after. Anyone else, let me know. Fully know, don't partially know. One question per section. Yes, Johan. One question per section. That was a good question. Thank you so much. Any last questions? Let me know. I hope you guys watch the Rockets play the Spurs. Very important game after this. And if you have any questions, let me know. But that's it. We'll go from there and midterm review. Final review next. All right. Have a good one. Have a good night.